Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining me and thank you for your continued support. So we've spoken before about the spending that the government keeps saying is ballooning out of control in terms of benefits. It's not just the Tories or the Reform are saying this, the Labour are also saying that spending is out of control and that it's predicted to be huge by 29-30. It's something which they've all been talking about and putting out in the press and things like that on our social media. And I did a video a little while ago kind of debunking that, but there's been an update to that video and or an update to those figures, and so I thought that I would share it with you again, because you're probably not going to hear this on the mainstream media. But what I would like to do is to share this to anybody who you think doesn't, believes that's spiraling out of control. There's lots of hate against disabled people, and part of it is because of the ballooning benefit bill that they keep getting told about. So if there is anyone out there that you think needs to see this, please do share it with them, because people need to know that benefit spending is not out of control. Let's take a look at it and I'll show you what I mean.
New official figures hidden by government and opposition parties have exposed months of lies by politicians and the media about spiralling spending on social security and the need to cut benefits. The updated statistics from the Office of Budget Responsibility show that rather than spiralling out of control, social security spending is predicted to be lower in 29-30 than it is this year. Previous figures published by OBR in 2024 showed that the share of GDP taken by social security spending was stable and even predicted to fall from 11.1% to 11.0% in 2028 and 2029 before rising slightly back to 11.1% in 2029-2030. Despite those figures, it appears to have become an accepted fact across mainstream media, particularly right-wing publications, that social security spending is out of control. But the new OBR figures, published in March this year, but apparently not reported on by the media, show predicted spending to be even lower than previously forecast. They show that social security spending is predicted to be 10.9% of GDP this year, then 11% in 26-27, 10.8% in 27-28, 10.7% in 28-29, and 10.8% in 29-30, when it will be 0.2% points lower than next year's expected level. Figures, which may be adjusted again later this month by the OBR, highlight the repeated dishonesty of politicians and media commentators who insist that Chancellor Rachel Reeves must act in this month's budget to curb what they claim is rapidly rising spending on social security. Although spending on personal independence payment has been rising quickly and is predicted to rise further, likely due to combined impact of pandemic on long-term health, the rise in mental health, lengthy NHS waiting lists after 15 years of austerity, greater awareness of PIP, the rising state pension age and cost of living crisis, the OBR figures show that overall security spending is stable, even predicted to fall slightly. By noon today, that was Thursday, Labour, the Conservatives and Reform UK had all failed to comment on the figures or even acknowledge the approach.
Now I will, of course, leave a link to that article down in the description so that you can read for it yourself. However, the fact that the DNS, the Disability News Service, which is the website I got this article from, the fact that they contacted all of the political parties who basically didn't say anything, they just ignored it, and the fact that they also approached the DWP, who did send a response but didn't talk about the stability of benefit spending, suggests that they want to brush over it. They don't want people to know that actually spending is stable. And even though PIP is rising, it's still stable overall. So they just don't want people to know about this, which is why I've made this video, and which is why I hope you guys will spread this around as far as you possibly can, if you're able to, because I think that it's something that needs to be said, because disabled people, sorry, that's my dog, disabled people have been the butt of lots and lots of hate lately because of this so-called benefit spending spiral. So they should be seeing what the actual figures show. So let me know down in the comment section what you think about this whole thing. Please do subscribe if you've got this far, and I'll see you next time.